Hello, entrepreneurs. How you doing? Welcome to the Empowered Entrepreneur. My name is Misty Petrella. I am so happy you're joining us today. I think I might be a little bit early, so I'm going to give some people some time to jump on the phone. I hope you guys are having as a productive a day as I am having. Serious. Boom, 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 boom. Lots of amazing stuff. I'm actually kind of impressed with all the productivity I've had the past couple of days. It's a lot. I hope you guys are getting productive too. We're in our next energy surge right now, so I hope you are in the swell of this one. Seems like it's going to be a pretty powerful one. And I guess Lionsgate just opened. All these astrological big things happening. All right, I'm going to get started. I'm sure some people will join in. If you see me, join in. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about 6 ways to get yes from one loving conversation. Because, well, first of all, people don't want to be sold to. They want to be discussed with. And that's what hey mama, that's what we're going to be talking about doing today. Okay? You are in the right place if you are not sure how to get people to say yes to you. You're definitely in the right place. If you have a difficult time making the offer, that can feel tough. You are in the right place if you feel uncomfortable with sales. Boy, have I been there, guys. For serious. Or if you just want some new strategies to freshen things up, right? You are in the right place. And I'm going to tell you, just so you know, that I have definitely been through all of these issues myself. It is not like I started my business and knew what to do. As a matter of fact, even more oppositely, I did not know what to do for a very, very long time, guys. Like 1.5 years into my business, I still wasn't making any money. For real. And that's not okay. And I didn't know how to do it in a regular way either. Also not okay. So, believe me when I say that no matter how nervous, scared, anxious, whatever you feel about the sales process, this one right here has felt way worse than you. And that is a no bull. It took me, yes, I'm going to admit this out loud. I'm going to admit this to you out loud. It took me 150. Let me write that down. Oh, you won't be able to see it because it'll be backwards. 150 discovery calls for me to understand the process. Not only that, but I hired a sales coach. And I was in a group of people who were all working through the sales process together. And I had my feet in the dirt, like I don't know if any of you have ever worked with a client who was reluctant, but that was me, okay? I feared the sales process. I had anxiety about the sales process. I was so worried about whether or not people would like me or what I was saying and if it would sound salesy or if it would sound pushy. I mean, I had more hang-ups than the average human about the sales process. 150 discovery calls. Guys, that's a lot. That's impressive in a negative way. But what I discovered through all my trials and tribulations is that learning how to work through a conversation with someone and have them interested in your work is different. It's not about getting people to buy your shit. Excuse my cussing. I don't do it very often. But it isn't. And we're going to talk today about what it is about. So, number one, and I think most people, when I say this strategy to you, you're going to be like, oh, That's no big deal. This isn't any, she doesn't know. But most people underestimate the value of this specific strategy. Okay? But number one, it is your job as the person leading the discovery call to be calm, confident, and in control of the call. Now, that sounds like a tiny thing, but it's really big, in fact. Like, it's really big. Because have you ever been on a discovery call with someone who's nervous? Or have you been on a discovery call with someone who doesn't really feel comfortable? Have you ever been on a discovery call where someone is umming and hemming and hawing up throughout the entire thing? It's very, you can really tell if someone's comfortable or not. It's very telling, I guess is what I was going to say. I mean, you know immediately. And it doesn't always come off like you're nervous. Unfortunately, when we're on the phone, like umming and hemming and hawing and so that doesn't always come off like, oh, bless her, she's just nervous. It comes off like we don't know what we're talking about. That's how it feels to the person on the other end of the line. So it is super essential that you be in control of the call and be the authority figure. Like, I'm in control. I know what's happening here. You're not bossing. You allow whatever to come up, right? That's not what this is about. What I'm saying is that you're leading people through something and you're creating a container and you're calm about it. And you're relaxed. And you're enjoying the call too. Do you know how important that is? When we are nervous, not in control of the call, not confident, it comes off like we don't know what we're talking about. And that doesn't make people trust us. It's kind of a big deal. So, if you have to, take a moment. If you're feeling nervous, take a moment, breathe before your call. Set your intention that it's not about you. It's about the other person. Remember, it's not about us, guys. The person on the other end of the phone is more nervous to talk to you than you are to talk to them. Guaranteed. Because they're worried about the things they're going to uncover. So take time to get calm, relaxed. Run through your checklist if you have one. What needs to happen? Keep a timer. Some people keep timers, right? Or I keep a clock by me when I'm doing calls. Because it's really easy to like lose track of time because you're doing deep stuff with people, right? Doesn't really matter what your work is. I don't care if you're creating websites, talking about photos, coaching, healing, whatever. VA work, doesn't matter. If you are calm and relaxed and in control of the call, it makes the other person you're with relax. They feel taken care of and supported. Very powerful, guys. Take a moment, center yourself. Remember, it's not about you, it's about them. And they're more nervous to talk to you than you are to talk to them. It's a big one. Okay. Strategy number 2. It is important to explore the pain points that your clients have. And not just like, oh, what's going on? What's wrong? Right? But like dig into it. Now, as coaches, anyone is in business, right? We are there, our work in some way helps our clients solve a problem that they have. That's what we do as businesses. That's it. So if that's the case, we have to get really clear about what their problems are. Now, are you there to live in the land of problems? No. That's not what this is about. But many times when someone is talking to the coach, It's the first time they've ever told anyone what's going on with them. Take that in. When someone is talking to a coach, it is not 100% of the time true, but in many cases, it is the first time that the person you're talking to has discussed this with another person. It's very cathartic. It's very healing for you, the coach, the healer, the consultant, the whatever you do, the photographer, the website maker. Whatever you do, it is really clear to understand what the issues are, because you're there to help solve them. It is essential for you to know what the problems are that your clients are facing, or that your potential client is facing, because you need to know if you want to be involved in it. And like I said, it's really healing for people to talk about what's going on for them. So there's kind of 3 reasons why. You're not there to live in the land of problems. It's not all about woe is me, but we got to understand where our potential clients are coming from. So another thing you want to look out for in this area is, what is the real need? Right? People come to me, they're like, I need clients. But the reality is that underneath of that, there's about so many things. There's so many things that go into the need of clients. So I, as the entrepreneur, work to meet both needs. Not only the thing that people come to me for, but all of the needs inside of that too. So you have to be clear on what those are for your ideal clients. What do they come to you for? I call it the presenting issue, right? What is it that most people are like, this is what I need from you. What is that thing from you in your work? Maybe you help people through wellness, right? I want to feel good. I want to look better. Maybe you're helping to, find old transformational things that need transformed. I need to pull these things out of myself that aren't serving me anymore. Whatever that is, you have a presenting issue. And then you also have the things that actually go behind that. The things that actually need dealt with behind that. And it is your responsibility as the business owner to understand what both of those are, the need and the need behind the need. So part of your process during the discovery call is to find out what those are. Okay. Again, many times when people are telling you what their needs are, they're telling someone in their life, anyone, for the first time. So take some time exploring what those are. It's a powerful way to help your clients. Okay, so we are calm and confident and in control. You also are understanding what the pain points are of the client, like what they're really going through, what their frustrations are, right? You also, strategy number 3, is to get really clear on what people want. Like, yeah, I'm really clear on what I don't want and what I keep creating in my life that is what I don't want. But what do you actually want? You've got to get clear with people on that. Super important. Sounds like a small thing, guys. Super important. What do you want? And not like, for me, it's really, there tends to be, what comes up first is a rote answer. I want to make $5,000 a month. I want to lose 50 pounds. The thing that people think that that's what they want. But if you poke a little bit, you'll find out what people really want. That's your job too. What do you really, really, really want to create for yourself? You as the coach or the healer or the photographer, you can help people create anything. But you want to make sure it's what they really want. So poke around in there too. And again, just like with the pain points, it is just like with the pain points. It is essential to get really clear on this because, again, people are likely saying this for the first time, maybe even ever. If you hear, oh, that's a good question, that means they haven't thought of that before. And you've just opened up some space. Again, many times, people aren't clear about what they want. They're more clear about what they don't want. So if you can help people get clear on this, it's not only cathartic and healing for the receiver, but it's also really powerful for you. You gotta know when you're working through a discovery call if you want to work with this client or not. It's important to know. Are they creating something you're interested in? Is that not the kind of ideal client you work with? Gotta know, guys. Okay, so you're clear on what people are struggling with. You've taken time to figure that out. You're clear on what people are looking to create. Now it's time to recommend your offer. And do it with confidence and love. But you only want to recommend the offer if it actually makes sense to do so, okay? It is not loving to recommend your stuff when it doesn't make sense for the person. It isn't. Only do this if it feels in alignment, it feels right. You've spent time with this person already now. You know what they're struggling with. You know what they want. So you're pretty clear on if your work can deliver against it. Hopefully by this point you are. It's kind of your job in the discovery call too. So assuming that you are, it's time to confidently present your offer. Now I'm going to give you a tip on doing this because this can be scary for a lot of people. Many times when people get to the time to say their offer, especially in the beginning, they're not confident when it comes time to saying the price. Right? Like, oh, I have to say the price now. That tends to be a sticking point for a lot of people. It certainly was for me in the beginning. So a great tip for you is to practice saying it. I don't care if you're talking to your dog, your children, your husband, your partner, your cousin. I don't care. Your best friend. Doesn't matter. Just get in the habit of saying it. So that when you are saying it at a discovery call, it isn't the first time you've said it. You do not want the first time you say your offer price, especially if you've changed it, practice it on somebody else. If it's a new product for you, practice the price on somebody. Say it out loud. Say it to a wall. I don't care. But say it. It's a really great way to take the fear out of it. And again, when you're about to say your price and you're like, ooh, and there's lots of pauses, it comes off like you don't know what you're talking about. Not like you're nervous, which is a weird thing, but it just does. You don't want people to think you're not confident about your offer. This is definitely a place where you want to be like, yeah, man, this is what I do. So practice saying it out loud. Go into the world. Okay, so 2 more strategies left. We've talked about getting calm and confident and in your authority position before you get on your call. Getting really clear about the problems that your clients face. Getting really clear about what they want to create. You've confidently recommended your offer. So now we have to overcome objections. And the 2 biggest objections, and they're not really objections, we're not here to like push more. It's different. It's subtle, but there's a difference. I want to talk about it. So it's not like, okay, so the number 1 objection you will hear always is I can't afford it. I can't afford it is the sum total excuse for all other excuses that are out there in the world of I'm not interested in this product. Many times people will say, I can't afford it if they don't get the value. Many times people say, I can't afford it if they really can't afford it. Okay, that's in there too, and we'll talk about that in a second. Or they'll say, I can't afford it because it's just not what they need. And so it's easier to say I can't afford it than to actually say what's going on. So that's what people say. So it's your job as the discovery call leader to find out as if what they're saying is true. Like, is that real? And so what you want to do is ask more questions about the story that's coming up. It's not really about like, dude, you need to buy this anyway. It's just find out what the real story is. They'll tell you, like, really, no, I don't have any money. Or, oh, I just don't know. I'm not sure. That means they don't understand the value. They're not sure how this is going to improve their lives. So ask more questions. It's not about, it's definitely not about pushing. This is just finding out more information. That's all. It's not about pushing. And I guess that's a subtle perceptive difference. It's like, oh, tell me more about that, instead of like, oh, okay, well, then I have a lesser price thing, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So find out. Okay. And then, one more thing about this. If you say, oh, when you ask, if you're in the objection arena, okay, and people are explaining to you why they can't, you're telling that, they're telling you, you're asking questions. Try to stay away from the word why. The word why puts people on the defensive, and that's not what we're here to do. It's just not what your discovery call is about. So try to make sure that when you are in that sort of investigative part of your discovery call, that you try to stay away from the word why, because it's just not helpful. It's more like, tell me more about that, than instead of like, why? Are you sure? It's just a different energy to it, and it's so much more loving. So just don't use that word. Okay, so finally, strategy number 6. Also really powerful, guys. Each one of these seems small, but when you dive into each one, really powerful. So strategy number 6, make it difficult to say no. And I don't mean in any way pushy. Not about pushy in any way. I mean, make it difficult to say no because your packages are created, your offerings, whatever it is you offer, are created with so much love and attention to the transformation you're trying to help people with, that they're like, have a hard time saying no because the thing you're selling is so awesome. Many times people come to me and say, is this package good? Dude, I don't know. What's more important is, do you think it's good? Are you excited about it? Are your ideal clients excited about it? Is it something they really need to know? And if you don't know, go find out. Don't offer stuff to people you don't know if they need. It is really important. So make it really hard to say no. When I go through my package part, when I'm working on that part with people, when I'm like talking about what my baggage looks like, people are like, really? That's all included? Like, you get all of that? Okay. Because it's so juicy. Your package should help you sell. That's for reals. And if it's not, then go take a look at it. I ran a package challenge in here like 2 weeks ago. If you don't know how to create one, go find it. It's down there in the feed somewhere. So make it difficult to say no. That's a powerful thing to do. And in a loving way. You're not saying, like, do you want my stuff, right? You're saying, hey, I have this really awesome thing. It's such a tiny shift, but so powerful. I can't even, it's a like secret of coaches. And I just gave it to you. What can I do? Okay, guys, so here's all 6. 1, stay in control of your call. You're the boss of it. Be confident. Number 2, get really clear on what is driving this specific person crazy, what their frustrations are, what they're mad about, what they're worried about. Go find out. That's your job. Not only for them, but for you too. Also, find out what they want. If this person wants to create a cherry farm and you like apples, you probably don't want to be in business together. Terrible, terrible analogy, but nonetheless, I just gave you one. So again, go make sure that what they want to create is in alignment with what you help people with. It's also cathartic for the person to talk about what they want. Number 4, confidently recommend your offer when it's appropriate. Don't recommend your cherry farm program to someone who likes apples. It's just, I'm going to keep going with this. I don't know. I love my analogy now. It sucks, but I'm going with it. So if you have a cherry farm program and people are buying apple farms, those two things don't work together. Make sure that what you are offering is in alignment first and then offer it. It's such a loving place to come from. Number 4. No, that was 4. Confidently recommend your offer. Number 5, overcoming objections. This is about finding out what's going on behind I can't afford it. It's not about why can't you? Oh, you must not be ready yet to move forward. It's not like that, guys. It's just like, oh, tell me more about that. It is our job to find out if the client's really ready to move forward or if money really is an issue. Apples to apples. Oh, that's right. Apples. I love you, Christy. Thanks, Mama. Apples to apples. That's beautiful. And then number 6, make your package juicy. If you don't love your package, don't offer it to people. Serious. Would you want it? This thing you're selling to other people, would you be excited about it if someone offered it to you? Why would you be excited about it? I'm going to ask you why here. Why is it exciting for you? So make sure that the thing you're offering is so juicy, people are like, oh God, I think I need that. You be excited about it. Again, if you're not excited about it, who else will be? Okay, so I'm talking about some pretty big strategies here, but for the next 2 months, I am delving into all of this information in so much more detail with the From the Heart group. And we've already gotten started, but I'm still taking enrollees through the end of this week, guys. So if you are interested in really taking what I've given you today and taking it to a whole new level in your business, guys, please think about From the Heart. There are several spaces left. It is a powerful group of women already who are really, really supporting each other. So much love included. I can't even believe it. But you guys, all the stuff I told you today, really important stuff you do need to have in your business, but we're taking this information to like 7 more levels of awesome. So if you are struggling with the sales process, if you are frustrated with the number of clients that you have and why you aren't attracting the right people, or if you are frustrated and irritated with like, why does it seem like everyone is blowing up but I'm not? Or if you are like, why can't I get that? I just need 2 clients a month. Why is that not happening? If you feel like that in any way, you are in the right place, okay? Please comment on the box below. Hit me up in my personal message, personal message me. I'm around, guys. There's no reason that if I can learn this stuff in a loving and powerful way, there's absolutely no reason why you can't. You guys, it took me 150 times to get this information. I've done like millions since then, but like, it doesn't have to be that way for you, no matter how you feel, because I felt worse. You can create your business from a place of love and support and from your heart. Like, it's really doable. I mean, guys, I did it. And if it wasn't possible, I wouldn't even be here. So, please, there's a couple spots left, several spots left. Please join in. It is really, I'm actually already surprised. Like I said in my post earlier, there are already shifts happening and we're on day 1. It's kind of crazy, but awesome. So I love you guys so much. Mwah. I hope you got some value from today. Kind of an interesting way to move through a discovery call. But please, if you have any questions whatsoever about From the Heart, or if you're maybe on the fence even, hit me up. Again, we'll find out if it's right for you. Maybe it's not, but hit me up. Okay? Mwah. I love you guys. I'll see you on the flip side. You have an amazing day. Bye.